Monday, September 20th, 2021. Laundry room here in Levittown, Pennsylvania, and we are going to fix some drywall, put a new floor in, put cord around, and do a partial remodel. Probably take this off. I don't know what this is. It's a thing to hang up. Let's go. All right. So we had to take the door off to get the appliances out. There's the washing machine. I'm getting ready to take the dryer out. But somebody decided to hardwire the dryer in. Isn't that lovely? Now let's look here. Dryer. Right there. Did you get the tester? And I just shut the power off to it. See if it's dead. It's dead?
Yeah.
Alright, good. Open it up, take a picture of how the wires are now, and we'll make sure when we put it back the same exact way. I got some drywall issues up here. Roof leaked at one point, it's fixed now. And she wants drywall over in this corner here next to the breaker box. Looks like this quarter round up in here. Must be a big gap or something in there. Well, that's going to be interesting. I can't just cut a piece of drywall, plop it in the hole, because that'd be way too easy now, wouldn't it? Yep. There's a stud right behind the hole here, but I can't fasten the drywall to it because it won't sit flush against that 2x4 stud. There are 4 or 5 wires and an equal amount of Romex connectors exiting that panel on the left side there. This means they're right between the stud and the back of the drywall patch. What would you do here? How would you perform this repair? Do you know? Have an idea? You can leave it in the comments. The good news is this. I've been up against it more than a few times, and I know exactly how to fix this. And get this. It's super easy. And I'm going to show you how to do it for free. So keep watching the video. And you'll watch how I fix this, and you'll be amazed, if you don't already know, how simple it really is. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take and cut a piece that fits the hole, put it in place, and just pull it away a little bit so you can see the obstructions. I'm just using a pencil and marking the top and bottom of where all the wires come out of the box. Do I have to say, don't touch the inside of the electric box? You can get electrocuted, you could get killed, you could get zapped. Don't mess around unless you know what you're doing and you take all risks. Do I have to say all that? Because I get some people that post stupid comments on this channel saying, you know, if I watch it on your channel, you're responsible if I do it wrong. I can promise you, if you get killed because you're messing around your electric box, it's because it's your fault. I accept no responsibility for anything you do. Just in case there's one of you out there. And I almost forgot, don't eat yellow snow. Use your razor knife to score 2 lines across where you drew your pencil lines. Pull off the paper off the back of your drywall. And I'm using my little blue pry bar here, but you can use whatever you want. You can even use a screwdriver if you want to. And I'm scraping away the drywall and making it thinner in the spots where the obstructions are. You might have to do this, a couple times until you get it right. But now think about this. Don't just run off the video and go, I got the answer now. What's going to hold this drywall in there? How are you going to put a screw into a piece of drywall and have it tight to the wall, to the stud back there, without it cracking the drywall because you've got pieces thinned out all over the place? There's more to this, so stick around. Once this fits in there, and fits real good, I came up against another problem. And the other problem is the stud is bent or something in the wall, or warped, so it actually sits further away than it normally would. So even if the obstructions weren't there, if I put the drywall in, it's not matching up to the drywall at the top and the bottom. It's actually recessed a little bit. It's like adding insult to injury here. This gets worse and worse the more we look at it. So what I'm doing is I'm taking screws, just regular drywall screws, coarse thread of course, and I'm screwing them into the stud and then putting the drywall up in there until it's flush. I'm using them as adjustable spacers. I've grown up calling them elevator screws, but they don't really always go up and down. Sometimes they're, horizontal as well. So, but they're adjustment screws, and you screw them in and you put the drywall up against it, and if it needs to go in more, you loosen the screw or tighten it, depending on whatever you want to do. Have you heard of no coat? It's a prefabricated corner bead. Well, this here's no screws, a custom fabricated piece of drywall. And it's going to be held in place with fast setting 5-minute mud mixed with very warm water. Yeah, I'll be using the mud as an adhesive, and the adjustment screws will help key it in place. And unless you want to light up like the Luxor, keep your trowel out of the electric box. Don't slip up. Pay attention to what you're doing. Don't be chatting with somebody behind you and accidentally hit one of those power lines. You might be upset with yourself a little bit. So you see what I'm doing? I'm packing it right in there. This is 5-minute mud with very warm water, so it's going to set up rather quickly. I'm packing it right in around all the screws, down the whole length of it, right onto the 2x4, right around the wires. Somebody has to take this apart someday to run some wires. They may not be as happy as I am right now for getting this done, but it's nothing else you can do here. You are going to have to use a piece of paper tape in the corner after you get this in place to cover the seam where the left wall meets the back wall. But the right side of the patch you don't have to worry about, because it's just going to be underneath the cover for the electric box, and you don't have to finish that. I'm going to tell you right now, I've done this 50 times if I've done it once, and it's something that you run into quite often in the trade. It's safe to do. There's no problem with it. It never falls apart or anything like that. It's definitely a hack or a tip or something that you want to keep in your mental toolbox, because this has definitely come in handy many, many times for me. I've done it so much it's like a calling card for me. Someone takes apart drywall in someone's house and they see it gouged out in the back, they probably think of me. On the other side of the room, Kitana is already painting the room. It's called Candlewick. It's a bare marquee paint. This is only the first coat. washing machine supply lines were freezing up in the winter, moving those pipes into the concrete slab prevented it from ever happening again. But the concrete's a bit high in a few places, and so we're grinding it down with a cupped diamond disc so we can install the new floor directly over the concrete. I'll tell you more about that later. When installing vinyl laminate flooring, buy the stuff that has the underlayment built into it, and you can go directly over concrete.